Hey ratbags, it's Jade here with the news that most of you will probably know already. Don't bother buying Dead Matter. Did you even know you could actually play Dead Matter right now? Probably not, because they stealth launched it on a Saturday after 6 years of development. No build up, no massive lead up, not even a release trailer for their launch, and of course the reviews are already negative. How did once most hyped survival game going turn into such a horrible mess? Judging by the early reviews, it just shows that what we've known all along. The devs took a bunch of money, spent and wasted it on stuff that really shouldn't have been spent on, and have come up with a cash grab, releasing it now because they've simply just run out. We're going to go through some of them reviews. I'm not going to be even trying this game for myself. I've long felt and known that this game would probably fail and die the minute it got released. I was just hoping that maybe they'd get some funding from a bigger publisher, could actually get some devs on board that knew what they were doing, but it looks like Dead Matter is dead on arrival. Let's go. I'm literally just sitting here eating my cornflakes on a Saturday, and all of a sudden, bam! Dead Matter is now available on Steam for you to go and buy. And to be fair, they did do some brief lead up, alluding to some sort of tease. They've actually got a media Discord where they did say this was the plan. They'd go dark for like a good few weeks, and then they suddenly just come out with the release, which is just kind of weird. Like, I get the idea that maybe everything's a bit overhyped for a long time now with the game. I've had so many negatives, it wouldn't really matter what they said or what they showed off before release. But they don't even have a release trailer. There's literally nothing going on here to show that the game's out other than a tweet. And yep, the Steam page is up. You can now go and buy it. They had an alpha running for a good few years. I was actually part of it. They invited me to take a look. I spent literally half an hour and realised it was way too alpha. And that was a good few years ago now. It's been quietly sitting inside my Steam library. And yeah, after just literally 20 minutes of running around, realised that nope, I'm not going to play this one. It is mind-blowing that they've released like this. Supposedly from some of the reviews stating that the devs have just admitted they've run out of money, so they've had to release it out of nowhere. This game was promising to be the survival apocalypse game that so many players wanted out of what DayZ could have been. And although DayZ has turned out to be roughly an okay game nowadays, Dead Matter was meant to be the DayZ killer. 14% of the 62 reviews so far are positive, very negative. Now, it is early days. You do often get that big flurry of people that are just upset with the game, been kicked from Discord, rampant, straight away on it, I'm going to give a really poor review. But with all the controversy that has kind of followed this game, from exposés by other YouTubers like Kira TV, basically alluding to the fact that the devs have allegedly spent their money on houses and overpaid themselves rather than actually getting the game in a fully playable state. Various controversies as well with basically running out of Steam keys when they initially brought the alpha out, seemingly not realising that Steam doesn't have just an everlasting supply. Dead Matter, in my eyes, has become an absolute failure, and the way that you should not launch your early access game. Now, they are claiming it's early access, so I guess that might shield them a little bit, and who knows, maybe I'm being a little bit too, I guess, negative, but I just can't see how anyone can be really positive about this. They're saying that they're going to be in early access for 36 months, okay, another 3 years basically. They'll add modded Steam support and all the rest of it. At the moment, they've only got a 6 km by 6 km map, but they're planning to expand that to 15 km by 15. They've got vehicles, they've got an in-depth medical system. Character Creator allow you to select your former occupation along with some perks. You can claim various buildings and barricade them, be able to place tents for storage. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm not going to bore you going through all the rest of the jargon. Let's just get down to some of these reviews. So the biggest complaint so far is the FPS. Way below what is kind of expected or even kind of passable. 15 FPS is pretty much the common thread. Huge amount of issues and problems with zombies clipping through actual terrain, cars and buildings. Poseidon here calls it one of the most broken early access games they've ever played, and he's already sunk 7 hours into it. Someone maybe has played the alpha that they introduced a few years ago. Nothing has changed in 3 years. The game is pretty much a scam ripped to all the backers. A lot of people saying it's just not worth the price, and it is an expensive price. There's this perception now that games have to be more expensive, and I agree. I think a lot of indie games need to be able to charge more considering how many good hours you get from them compared to AAA experiences. But still, it rankles a little bit. Any game that's got a huge amount of money through Kickstarter and stuff, then charging £33, so that's going to be about $40 by the time the discount ends. You'd think they'd maybe try and sell it a bit cheap to encourage players to buy it, given they've had quite a lot of negativity around them. You can go and check out Kira TV's take on some of this. But yeah, effectively 4.5 million, 5 years developed, no game released, and that was last year. Even some of the bigger supporters like Big Fry TV, who literally overhypes an opening of a bag of chips, has criticised them in the last couple of years. I'm not really sitting here joyful that a game has failed. I've included Dead Matter in so many videos and previews, especially like list videos of upcoming survival games that could be good. When it first got announced, Dead Matter seemed to have the biggest scale and scope. The idea that we'd be living in a huge world as a proper survival MMO, not just a walking simulator like DayZ, actually being able to build, have rampant systems where we have vehicles working correctly, bases that you could fortify, and large scale zombies attacking you. And over the years I wanted to believe that they might come good, but as of right now, early impressions show that yeah, it's just not the one. Who knows, maybe I need to actually give it a try, but I'm loath to spend 30 quid of my own money on something that I've just seen such negative press around for such a long time now. And yeah, these early reviews, they're just not giving me that confidence. It's not even really the money, it's the time invested in spending on this game. I just simply don't have. Early access games can be problematic. They can be filled with issues and problems, and you expect that from small teams, people that are making their first game. So if we're being fair to these guys, it is their first game. They didn't have much experience other than maybe a mod or two, but the fact is they have generated a huge amount of money over that time. They've had mismanagement, poor release dates and planning, and overall just not acted that professional, attacking anyone that criticises them on social media and apologising afterwards sometimes. So no, I will not be covering Dead Matter on the channel. I'm just doing this video to let you guys know. Obviously you can see the reviews for yourself before you go and buy it. I would definitely check out any brave YouTuber first and see what the gameplay is like before making your own purchase. Could it improve in the next couple of years? Yeah, of course it could. Could they get a nice little cash injection from this and that might be enough to get new people on board? But with the way they've wasted so much money, the likelihood of this game doing a No Man's Sky and becoming good, or even a Rainbow Six Siege, etc., is just laughable. A game clearly too ambitious for this small team in the first stages, filled with promises that they were going to be bigger and better than anything else out there, and that has all just come crashing down to the sad reality that it is just another buggy open world zombie apocalypse game that isn't that great. If you're playing the game, let me know what you like about it so far. If you don't like the game, let me know. Until next time, I'll catch you with more survival game news soon. Laters, ratbags.